My name is Diana and I have chronic invasive candidiasis. It's basically a fungal infection of the blood. I think I got it from donating blood. My first symptoms came on acute in April 2014. In about a week, I went from being a normal person to being in bed all the time. I experienced symptoms that were horrific, to say the least. It was like my whole life was broken. I went from working 50 hours a week to being bedridden and needing people to take care of me. I couldn't cook. I couldn't read. I couldn't even use my phone. Anything became too much to handle. Everything was too much. Things just went downhill. The doctors put me on psychiatric drugs. I've been on over 30 types since I was diagnosed. And about 2 years ago, we started to think that the symptoms were from antidepressant withdrawals. I tried to taper off the drugs, and it just uncovered the symptoms that I was suffering from. The antidepressants were masking the symptoms. And when I stopped taking the drugs, the symptoms just became magnified. And I got very, very sick. And not just the symptoms were magnified, everything was magnified. And it felt terrible. I started to get seizures. I started to get symptoms that weren't normal to antidepressant withdrawals. The doctors kept saying it was the drugs. If I just got off the drugs, I would get better. But I was getting worse. And I was tapering off slowly. I would just faint randomly. And the nerve pain, I had nerve pain that even the slightest touch from someone else felt like I was being stabbed. And my teeth, even chewing was painful. My mind was in a fog 24/7. I couldn't have conversations. I'd just talk in circles. For 2.5 years, I wanted to die every single day. And I tried. I tried to get it over with. Why suffer so much? What's the point? There just wasn't any point. It was, I think, December 2014 that a friend said to me, "Hey, Diana, what if you have toxic mold exposure?" I looked into the symptoms and the search led me to other fungal diseases, and my symptoms seemed to match exactly with invasive candidiasis. So I think on the inside, I already knew. I went to get a histopathology blood fungal test, and the cultures came back positive. So I went to an infectious diseases doctor She told me it was mold and gave me oral and antifungals, which made me extremely sick. So I stopped, and for 2.5 years, I didn't receive any medical treatment. In between, I tried other things. I tried the Candida diet, wormwood pills, baking soda, um, binding agents, detox, anything that I could find. I tried anything, and it all made me incredibly sick. It wasn't until I really started looking for things that targeted the root of the fungal infection that I started to feel improvements. But what really was the key to all this was the health essences. One of my doctors ordered an EMG test, and my nerves were just firing and hyperactive. They also ordered a beta-glucan test and confirmed that it was fungal agents in my blood that were causing the symptoms. And what Elexira's Health Essences does is it targets cells that are being destroyed by free radicals. It repairs the cells from within. I started experiencing relief with Health Essences about a week in, but I wasn't detoxing the toxins out of my system. So I got headaches, fever, cold sweat. But after I got the detox stuff, I started to feel relief. It was as if someone had readjusted the brightness and color levels in my vision. Everything became brighter and more vivid. I started coming back to life. Other things changed too. I was able to focus more. I could have conversations with people. My oversensitivity to light, sound, and touch was getting better. My seizures, I was seeing less and less. Everything was just getting better and better over time. It's about 6 weeks into the treatment, and I'd say I'm about 50% better. To be honest, if you were to have told me that this would have happened, I would have never believed it. There were periods where I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't keep solid food down. I mean, it's something that no one should ever experience. I couldn't remember things, fainting. I remember I was bedridden for 3 months last fall. And well, here I am, 6 weeks into the treatment, and I'm driving to the store. I'm cooking dinner for my family. Cooking's my passion, so never did I think I'd be in the kitchen so quickly. A week ago, I was in pain and bedridden, but now I wake up and I do what normal people do. I almost forgot what it felt like to be normal. And now all these things, it's like I'm starting to regain hope. I was hopeless for so many years. I would have never believed. People kept saying, just hang on, you'll get better. And I didn't believe them. It just all seemed so dark. But you know what? They're right. I'm here to say that it will get better. You must have hope. Just hang in there. You're so much stronger than you know. if I can come back from this disease, so can you. I believe anybody can do it. Just keep searching and you'll find what's right. I truly believe it. Just hang on, and there's always hope.